Hey guys, it's your girl Lashana with LE Style, and today we're taking it back to the basics with a basic eyeshadow tutorial. What's up YouTube? It's your girl Lashana with LE Style. Today's video is going to focus on doing a basic eyeshadow look. This is something that has been requested, so I did want to, of course, come and to honor the request and to kind of show you step by step. It really is more beginner friendly, just to take you through the steps. So at the end, what I hope to accomplish obviously is to give you or assist you in getting a more seamless finished eyeshadow look. And I have basically everything on. My brows done. I have my foundation on, my blush, I've concealed, I've done everything with the exception of doing my eyes and of course my highlighting and finishing off with my lips. So we're gonna go through the steps for doing your eyeshadow from beginning to end, and I hope you stick around for the finished look. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is, the first step is to start with an eyeshadow primer or an eyeshadow base. They come in many different forms. I am going to be using an eyeshadow base. This is actually by P. Louise. Since I have found this or have been turned on to this has been my go-to. It's been my favorite. So this is what I'm going to be using. Basically, an eyeshadow primer or base is going to help you, and I'm just gonna add like just a little dot here. With this product, you don't need a lot. You can find an eyeshadow primer in the drugstore, at Walmart. Elf has one that's about $3, and it works very well. Basically, you want to use an eyeshadow primer or base because you want to, after you put in the work of putting on your shadow, you don't want it creasing. You don't want it fading out. So this is really going to help and assist your shadow to stay on all day and to prevent it from creasing. So I'm going to be looking down at my mirror that's in front of me. So I'm just gonna apply it. You don't need gobs of it. You don't need a lot of it. So, and you can tell obviously that I have something on. I'm applying it with the brush. You don't have to apply it with the brush. You can apply it with your fingertips. I've done that plenty of times. Your fingertips works just well. I've applied it, as you can see, I'm applying this with a flat brush, but you can apply it with the fluffy brush. So, I mean, you can apply it with your finger or you can apply it with the brush. So as you can see, it kind of has brightened up, brightened up my eyes. And again, you're applying it all over the lid. I would say, of course, try to get it as close up to the brow bone area, right underneath your brows, as best as you can. But that is step number one. Now, one of the main things that you definitely want to make sure that you do is you want to have the right tools. That is, I mean, really one of the main keys and the main things that you need to make sure that you attend to when you are wanting to have your best eyeshadow look. And having the right tools is very important. The eyeshadow primer is a right tool. And of course, having brushes. I am not saying that you need to go buy $50, $60 worth of brushes. That definitely is not necessary. I have expensive brushes and I have affordable brushes. And I actually have this set on my Amazon storefront, and I'll provide a link below. This is going to provide a variety of brushes that will help you achieve that seamless eyeshadow brush. But today I'm going to be mainly using a large shader brush, which is this. This is like a tapered blending brush. This is a great brush for blending, of course. This would be what you would use to blend. Of course, you can apply shadow, but it really blends everything in very well together. Then the tapered brush, which is a little bit more dense, but it also acts as a blending brush as well. And I'm going to be using that. And then I'm going to use my flat eyeshadow brush on the lid area or around the lid area. So today we're going to be using two palettes, or I'm going to be using colors from two palettes. I was going to do one, but I decided to switch it up. I am going to be using this palette by Juvia's Place. This is the chocolates, and basically I'm going to focus on, I think, using these two colors out of this palette. And then this is also a Juvia's Place palette. This is called the Nubian 3 palette. And I think I'm pretty much gonna focus on using this color on my lid. So I don't want to go crazy with the colors. I may use 4. Right now I'm saying 3, but I may use 4. So we're going to start with our transition shade. Our transition shade basically is going to be, your transition shade should generally be of a more skin tone or fleshy tone shade. It really helps with blending seamlessly and kind of bringing everything together. It really should be matte. I wouldn't advise that you use shimmer, especially if you are a beginner, because shimmer colors can kind of tend to do their own things, and they can tend to reach or to spread out more because you have that shimmery effect going on with them. So a matte shade would definitely allow you to be more in control of what you're doing. And so we're going to be using this. I'm going to be using this as my transition shade, and I'm going to be using a big fluffy brush. It's not going to put a lot of color up here. It's also setting that eyeshadow base too. And we're kind of going to work it all over, just all over. So, and I would say all over, not up to right under this brow bone area. You want to leave that. You see how you see that kind of highlight right there? You want to leave that highlight. So do not take it up to all the way over, up to the brow bone area. So I'm using, again, my big fluffy brush, and I'm taking it pretty much over the entire eye area. So you can tell it's giving me just, a little hint of color. It is flesh tone, which is what your transition shade should be. It's pretty much is going to be the foundation or the base for the start of your perfect eyeshadow look. So the next color I'm going to be going into is this color. I'm going to be using my tapered blending brush here. I'm not going to take a lot of this color. Number one, I have my foundation on. I like to apply generally my shadow before I put on my foundation to get fallout. Fallout is all of this right here that you can see all on this palette sitting here. Well, that ends up on your face. And it's not that you do anything wrong per se, it's just, it's powder. Powder tends to drop, especially when you're adding it to a brush. But just the same, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with my crease area. And what I'm going to do to try to eliminate fallout as I'm putting this and it's coating it really well, you can see it. I'm gonna tap so I can get any extra off. So hopefully I won't have too much fallout. So I'm gonna start here. And as you can see, it's already adding color. And I'm going to bring it in. Bring it in maybe kind of 3/4 of a way. Not all the way here. We're not coming all the way here. We're gonna stop it like right here. I mean, I would say bring it 3/4 of a way, just like I said. Now, sometimes I like to kind of lift up here just so I can see, because I do have, help me, Lord, because I just had I had a thought, but then it went away. Y'all know how it is sometimes. Hooded eyes. I don't have a whole lot of lid, as you can see right here. My lid is very, I would say, not very wide. It's very narrow. So my eyes are kind of hooded. So sometimes I kind of lift up, and then, you know, you have the little extra skin here, and I like to lift up so I can see what I'm doing here. But anyway, so I'm just blending in, blending in, blending in. I'm not gonna add any more. That really is going to be as much as I'm going to need. And I didn't use a lot, and that's what happens when you're using like a little deeper or darker shades. And again, it doesn't even look like it's that dark, but it is. It's very deep. So, and that's what you want to do. You want to start right here in the corner. And when you start right there, most of that shadow is gonna concentrate where you first put it. So I started right there, and then I started to like small circle motions, small circle motions, small circle motions, and just kind of work it in. Now what you can do after that, and what I like to do, I like to take that wider shading blending brush and just go back over it. And doing this is really getting rid of any harsh line effect. So it's gonna kind of eliminate that. It's gonna tone it down some too. So you'll be able to see in a moment what I've done. So that's one side. So now I'm gonna put this palette down for the meantime, and we will use it again because we're gonna have to shade under our eyes. And now I am going to go to our Nubian 3 Coral palette. And again, as I stated earlier, I wanna use this color right here to concentrate it on my lid area, as well as a little bit here, because you recall we did not take the crease color all the way over here. We stopped at 3/4. So we want to kind of fill in that gap there, and then of course put it on the lid. So I'm going to start off with my finger. I like using, especially because this color is not a matte color. This color does have some shimmer to it. And shimmer colors are so beautiful on the lids. Oh my goodness. And when I do use them, I do like to kind of use my finger initially to apply the color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And then of course we're gonna finish up. We're gonna have to clean it up with a brush. So this is it. I would use my middle finger. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is the color. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to pack it on in this area here. And as you can see how it shows up? Sometimes your finger is like, yes, the best tool sometimes. But you see how see how you can see, you see how it's laying it up there, and it's laying it up there nice and flat too. It's like you're building, and that's what you're doing when you're applying this this eyeshadow. That's why you start with that transition color, because you're layering and you're building to get somewhere. So I know that looks a little crazy now, but we're gonna clean it up. So we have the lid color on. Now I do have this flat shader brush, which you could very well have taken this and just put it on with the brush, but me being me and me being extra and me knowing how it would show up better when I use my finger, I wanted to start with my finger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take this brush and I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit with this brush. Now I am going to dip back into it, and I am going to, this area here, just right at this corner where we stop the crease at, I'm just adding a little bit more here in this area. So you can see right there how it's gone up just a little bit more. And we're gonna clean this up so we're not done with that. And say it kind of gives you like a little cut crease look too. So you can see what we're doing there. So what I want to do now is, because we want everything to be like just married and gelled and meshed together, I am going to take my tapered brush that we use this color on. I'm not gonna put a packet with color. I'm just gonna like dab it. And I am going to go back over this little area here, and I'm just kind of like tapping. You see how we just, because we want it to be blended in. So what we're gonna do, and see, this is what shimmer colors do. Shimmer colors come and they start to take over. So you have to put them back in their place. So I am just taking and just lightly tapping the color, coming back over in this corner, tapping the color, tapping it, and just tapping right here. Just, you know, because I want that shimmer color to be where I put it at. I don't want it to take over and, you know, what have you. It has its place. So we just kind of, you know, making sure that it's where it needs to be. So that is that. So if you could see that. So I am not, because I am happy with, normally what I would do, I would take a light color and I would just right here under the brow bone. I wouldn't necessarily apply it the whole way over. I would take a very, very light shade and like highlight in this area. I may still do that when I apply my highlight, because I did not apply my highlighter, but I actually like the way it looks as it is. So I really don't think I'm gonna put anything there, because it has its own highlight. It has its own highlight mainly from the eye base that we use, the primer or the eye base that you need to use. It has its own highlight, because when we started the transition shade, which was this light fleshy tone, we didn't take it up all the way to the tip or the edge of the highlight. So it's gonna naturally highlight. And I think, like I said, I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't think I'm gonna add any more. But what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna go back And I have my baby wipes here. I talked about using baby wipes in my brow tutorial. So again, you can see and watch my brow tutorial here when you're done to see how I do my brows. But what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna take this flat shader brush and I'm gonna go back into this color here, and I'm just gonna tap it. I'm not going hard with it and digging in it, because and I am, you know, getting any excess off. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna shade under my eye. And you don't need to put a ton on your brush. Number one, this is a dark color. And we're just shading. So you can see how it's highlighting, not highlighting in a bright way, but it's like it's completing this look, because this is flowing from here to here. So we're going all the way, shading all the way underneath the eye here. And normally that's what you would do, whatever color you used in this corner here. You can use as many shadows on your eyes as, as colors rather, as you choose. And I'm kind of using like the tip of it. I'm tapping it, getting that excess off because I don't have time for the fallout. And I'm just shading it in, shading it in. Now, as you can see, I do have a little remnant from this color here, which is fine because Ashley is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna actually use a little bit in that area to finish my inner eye off. But I'm taking this brown or this chocolate and I'm just shading in so you can see what I've done. It's not overly done. It's not a lot. It's just, you know, taking it and carrying it around, you know, to give it that seamless transition there. I'm gonna clean it off again, just a little bit, because I am gonna dip back into that coral color. Just gonna like dip into it, and I am going to just kind of dab in this area, and it highlights, you know, your inner eye, as you can see. And that's all I'm doing. I'm taking it and I'm just dabbing it. I'm not dragging it. I'm not brushing it on. I'm just dabbing it right there. So again, those are the main brushes that you need, I would say. And that brush kit that I have on my Amazon storefront is going to give you way more than that. So you'll have more than enough than that you need to accomplish any eyeshadow look. So now that we have our eyeshadow done, I am going to add some eyeliner in my waterline. I do add eyeliner in my waterline a lot. I don't always like to use black. Sometimes I like to use colors. Sometimes I like to use contrasting colors. But today I'm going to be using this bronzy pencil. I actually just got this. This is by NYX. And I'm going to go in my waterline. And when I do my waterline, I do pull my my lower eye area down with my fingers, just like this. I mean, I know I'm not teaching everybody something, but for those that are novice, that don't know, and this is a gel liner. I like NYX's gel liners. Their gel liners, they're so easy. They're not harsh. They just glide. And I don't know if you could see this, but it looks really good with this look. It just kind of adds a little pop. Okay, I am not adding any eyeliner to my top lid area. I really don't do that a lot, y'all. I do it. Sometimes I think a look needs it. This look may need it, but I didn't even bring everything in here to do that. A lot of times I don't wear eyeliner on my top lid, so I won't be doing one with this look. I wanted to concentrate on the eyeshadow application. So the only thing I need to do now, of course, is apply my mascara. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and complete this look offline. I'm gonna add my lashes and my lip color, and I will be right back for some final thoughts, y'all. All right, guys, so the look is done. I have added my highlighter. I've added my lips. I've added my lips. My lips were on my face. You know, my lips been there. But you know what I'm saying. I added my lip color, my gloss, my lip liner. And of course, I added my lashes. So this is the final look. I think we used a total of 1, 2, 3 shadows total. And I am digging it. I like it. I like it a lot. I believe that this is a look that you can accomplish. It's not very difficult. It's not very hard. Basically using 3 brushes and 3 colors, making sure you have all of the tools and the products that you need to accomplish the look. That is definitely key, is having the right items that you need so you can achieve the look, that the finished look and the seamless eyeshadow look that you're going for. This was basic, yes. Obviously you can take the tips or the how-to information and you can apply it to any eyeshadow look. Sometimes I use 4 and 5 colors in my eyeshadow look. It depends on what it is that I'm going for. Obviously, you can use any eyeshadow palette. You can use single eyeshadows, but you're really trying to make sure that you're focusing on having a transition color, which is a color that's going to be closest to your skin tone, which could be different than mine because this is a little light skin, honey. And a transition color that's a color that is fleshy tone, and then of course having a highlight or brow bone. You really, I mean, you can take that or leave that, as long as you follow the tip and not take that shadow all the way up to the edge of your brows. Then you really don't necessarily have to have a brow bone highlight. But you can certainly add one. Anyway, there will be more of these. We can delve a little bit deeper into it. That's what I'm here for. It's just to help you, to give you the tips and the tricks and the whatever hacks or, you know, whatever information to bring value to you. That's what I want to do. So I'm thankful that you tuned in. Again, I hope that this information was helpful for you. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. I hope that the rest of your day is blessed. And do let me know what other types of videos you would like to see, because I would be more than happy to, you know, go ahead and bring Lashana's way of doing it to you via a video. Make sure you check the links in the description. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even believe I said that any of this video, but please do that. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I do have a new video to come out, so you can be tuned in. I do appreciate that so much. And the links again are below to the brushes that I said that are on my Amazon storefront, very affordable, that you can check out as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you for tuning in, and you have a blessed day. And follow me on IG too, y'all. All of my information is here. All of my information is below in the description area. My handle is here. So follow me on IG too. I would love it. I love that community and that platform as well. And we can engage a little bit more. Be blessed. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.